Okay, well, I'm recording again. I got interrupted by a call. What happened with me as a young man? I loved Martin Luther King and admired Malcolm X, and I was a follower of both. But in my later life, as I became an older man and lived a while and traveled and studied, I found that, well, of course, Martin Luther King was just a man like any other man, except that he fought for black people, and Malcolm X was a man like any other man, and he fought for black people. But my views changed on both of these men when I discovered that Malcolm, if you see some of the videos that Malcolm did, he actually asked to be killed. He was actually baited. I don't know who killed him. I'm not concerned with that. But the thing is, if you see the videos, he was actually baited. He actually baited the Nation of Islam to kill him. If you saw the things that he did on stage and how he talked. But you know, when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when he put Malcolm on, he hired Malcolm to do a job. That's what it comes down to. He hired Malcolm to do a job. And Malcolm turned on the man who hired him to do a job and who pulled him out of the dungeon. And then Martin Luther King was a man of many women. And both of these men, as a teenager, I had great admiration for. But as I grew older and older, what happened was, and found out that the true realities of both men, and well, it comes down to they were men, and they did what men do. And some things that some men do are not the most ethical things to do, and they did unethical things, and so there was karma. Both Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I don't need to go into detail because of their families and so forth and so forth. But all I'm saying, the whole way I looked at them changed when I became an older man, an adult man, and when I had experienced life. So I figured I should put that out front before I actually begin my discussion about black people. It's going to be a long discussion. It may be several sessions because it's, I'm a black man, and there are certain things that are peculiar to peculiar to the history of the black man in America. So I do more than just this session. I guess several sessions before I move on to my next topic, which would probably be white folks. I'm sitting here in Chinatown, people people behind me, and that's why I'm looking back. I'm doing this in Chinatown in Boston, and the thing is, that's why I keep looking back. But the thing is, I don't know how many lectures I'll give about black people or the black community, but I think there will be many. And then from the black community, after doing my lectures on the black community, then I will move on to the white community. And then after I move on to the white community, we'll talk about World War III, which I am so convinced, I am so persuaded that I will witness it. We will witness it. A third world war. And it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be a very terrible war because it's going to be a nuclear war. And the thing is, well, as I recall, and I have read the Bible on several occasions, many times, but all I do, I think somewhere after the big flood, I think he said, somewhere it was written that it would be the fire next time. So after I do my sessions on black people, then I do my sessions on white people. Then I probably go international. Well, I spent 10 years in Africa, both West Africa and East Africa. I've lived, worked, and traveled in about 4 or 5 different African countries. I've lived all over the U.S., Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Dallas, Houston, New Orleans. I've lived in practically every area of the U.S. So, like I said, I'm a writer, but I'm an explorer. So basically, my sessions would probably be sociological. I will continue on my issues with the black community. Also, I will be talking about the aliens, space travel. If you go to Amazon, you see, and just look at any of my books, I just glance through them. You see that I write about many topics. So there are many things that I will be discussing on this channel. In my next session, what I'll be doing is I'll be dealing with the black community. So let me just, at this point in time, sign off, and we shall meet again.